Admiral Zethkar of the Hegemony's Third Fleet had seen many worlds burn. The Vorthak Empire's expansion had carved through 17 star systems in the past decade, each conquest adding to his collection of crystalline trophies that lined his command chamber. Today he expected to add another. The blue-green world spinning lazily before his massive dreadnought world render looked unremarkable. According to intelligence reports, the inhabitants called it Earth, and had only recently achieved basic spaceflight. Their crude chemical rockets had barely reached their own moon. The species, humans they called themselves, posed no conceivable threat to the Hegemony's advanced plasma weaponry and energy shields. "Sir," reported his tactical officer, "we're detecting approximately 40 primitive vessels approaching our position. They appear to be metal projectile ships. No energy signatures beyond basic fusion reactors." Zethkar's mandibles clicked, in what passed for laughter among his kind. 40 ships? Against 300 of the finest vessels in the Hegemony fleet? He gestured toward the view screen with one of his forearms. "Open a channel to their lead vessel. Let's offer them the standard terms of surrender before we claim their world." The transmission connected, revealing a human face on the screen. The creature had pale skin, graying hair at the temples, and wore what appeared to be a simple blue uniform. Its expression was remarkably calm for someone facing imminent destruction. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the United Earth Defense Force," the human said. "You are in violation of Sol System territorial space. Withdraw immediately or face the consequences." Zethkar's laughter boomed through the bridge. "Consequences? From 40 metal cans held together with primitive technology? Human, I am Admiral Zethkar of the Vorthak Hegemony. We have conquered countless worlds with fleets that could glass your planet from orbit. Surrender now, and your species will be granted the honor of servitude. Refuse, and we will reduce your world to cosmic dust." The human admiral's expression didn't change. "You have 1 minute to begin withdrawal procedures." 1 minute? Zethkar's amusement turned to irritation. These primitives clearly didn't understand their situation. "Fire a warning shot across their lead vessel. Perhaps a demonstration of our plasma cannons will educate them." The World Render's forward batteries unleashed a devastating bolt of superheated plasma that could have vaporized a small moon. It streaked past the human flagship, missing by mere kilometers and continuing into the void where it dissipated harmlessly. On the view screen, Admiral Chen checked what appeared to be a primitive timepiece. "Time's up." Before Zethkar could respond, his tactical officer's voice cracked with confusion. "Sir, the human vessels, they're accelerating, directly toward us." "Impossible. At what velocity?" "Sir, they're moving at 97% of light speed. That's impossible for matter to—" The first human ship struck the world render amidships. The laws of physics are unforgiving. When an object with significant mass travels at near-light speed, it becomes something far more destructive than any weapon the Hegemony had ever conceived. The kinetic energy released was equivalent to a small star going supernova. The World Render, flagship, of the Third Fleet and terror of 17 worlds simply ceased to exist. In its place remained only expanding plasma and scattered atoms. 39 more human vessels found their targets within seconds. Those Hegemony ships that weren't instantly vaporized by the relativistic impacts found themselves crippled, their energy shields useless against weapons that operated on principles far beyond conventional warfare. Emergency broadcasts flooded the communications channels as centuries of Vorthak naval doctrine crumbled in the face of an enemy that had turned their own ships into guided projectiles moving at the edge of light speed. Commander Velthos, now the highest-ranking hegemony officer still alive, stared at his tactical display in horror. 300 ships reduced to 47 in less than 10 seconds. The remaining human vessels had somehow decelerated and were now approaching at conventional speeds. His communications officer managed to establish contact with the human flagship. Admiral Chen's face appeared on screen again, still wearing that same calm expression. "This is Admiral Chen to surviving hegemony vessels. You have witnessed what happens when humanity is threatened. We call these kamikaze protocols, named after an ancient Earth tradition of sacrificial attacks. Every human ship is equipped with crews willing to die to protect their home." Velthos found his voice. How did you accelerate to such speeds? Your technology readings showed only primitive fusion." Chen's expression finally changed, showing the faintest hint of a smile. "You made the classic mistake, Commander. You assumed our ships were designed like yours, to keep crews alive during combat. Human ships are designed for one purpose when facing extinction: to ensure the enemy doesn't survive to threaten our families." She leaned forward slightly. "We've been watching you for months as you approached our system. We've seen what you do to conquered worlds. We've studied your tactics, your technology, your weaknesses. Did you really think we'd meet you in conventional battle?" The tactical display showed more contacts appearing at the edge of the system. Hundreds of them. "You see, Commander," Chen continued, "those 40 ships contained volunteers. Heroes who knew they wouldn't be coming home. But they weren't our only fleet." Her smile grew colder. "They were just the opening move. Behind you, you'll find the rest of the United Earth Defense Force, ships crewed by very angry humans who just watched their friends die to protect our world." Velthos looked at his readings. Every approaching human vessel showed the same ominous signature: fusion reactors capable of accelerating their ships to relativistic speeds. "I offer you the same choice you offered us," Chen said. "Surrender and face judgment for your war crimes, or face the consequences of threatening humanity's home." Velthos stared at the tactical display showing hundreds of human ships, each one a potential relativistic weapon, each crew apparently willing to die to destroy his remaining forces. In 3 centuries of conquest, the hegemony had never encountered anything like this. They had faced desperate defenders, advanced technology, even suicidal tactics. But they had never faced an entire species that had collectively decided that mutual annihilation was preferable to conquest. Velthos's voice cracked. "We surrender." The galaxy would remember this day. The day the unstoppable Vorthak hegemony met a species that refused to be stopped. The day humanity taught the stars a simple lesson: some prey bites back, and sometimes that bite is fatal.